3, 2, 1. Wonderful.
We did it.
I have an opening for this.
Okay. Oh.
Welcome back to the podcast. We're not groomers. Except we have pets that go to the groomer. We have pets that go to the groomers. We're not groomers. Welcome, everybody.
We're just losers. Oh my God. When I was in LA, I saw a pet place that was just called Groomers. And then other places that said pet groomers. I'm like, you kind of have to like differentiate. It's like when we got My Boys tattooed on us.
Yeah, look at that. Come on now.
But we almost just got Boys.
Boys? Boys with a heart?
Yeah, that's a fucking... Every room we walk into, we'd have to be worried about Chris Hansen from then on.
But we fixed it. Just like Colleen Ballinger fixed her career with that ukulele apology.
Okay, we will get into that, but since I just said Chris Hansen, I saw an amazing TikTok recently, which was Chris Hansen busts you, but he really wants some of the pizza. It's just some guy coming in being like, hey, I'm here. And he was like, why don't you take a seat and put down that pizza? He's like, man, I shouldn't have been here. I should have stayed at home. He's like, I would really like a slice. What's on that pizza? It's like, man, I've a problem. There's something wrong with me. And he was like, gimme, me hungry.
Is it all just AI generated?
No. It's just a guy doing his voice. It's really, really good.
That's so funny.
So he's just playing out both parts.
I don't know how many episodes he's done of To Catch a Predator. But do you think that there's been a time where like they take the guy away and he's like, well,
what are we going to do?
Here.
We're not going to put the pizza in jail. He brought mac and cheese. I love that.
Like, probably.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they don't just throw it away. Either Chris Hansen or one of the cameramen or the boom op, someone's eating the pizza.
Unless the people that they bring in and arrest are the people who made the food, then they're probably not touching that.
This is true.
That's probably laced with many things.
Yes. But if it's just a normal pizza
if it's
from your
like
local
Domino's, he's
spot,
like, I really like pepperoni. Why don't
really
you give
like
me
the way that they do the crust. A lot of people don't like the way that Domino's does the crust, but I like the way they do the crust.
double stuffed crust? Yes, me likey. I'm Chris Hansen. I like Domino's pizza. Why don't you pull me off a slice and go to jail?
What if there was an episode of To Catch a Predator that is such a natural integration? They get Domino's to sponsor it, and the entire time, Chris Hansen's like, if you could just tip the box a little bit forward so the camera can see it better.
This episode is sponsored by Domino's. Use code PREDATOR at checkout.
So good, you'll go to jail.
So good, you'll risk everything for a slice.
Domino's, what are you doing? This is just money on the table.
God damn it, we're just shilling it for free.
We
shouldn't shill anything on this podcast unless people are putting fat promo codes in front of us.
I know. Domino's, let us know.
They buy top of the morning coffee.
I have some top of the morning in my mug. This is not a top of the morning coffee mug. But
that's okay.
Inside
that's okay.
Is the coffee. You still haven't changed your sign.
I haven't. Because I haven't been here. I was in LA for 2 weeks.
You were in LA for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I just got back and I'm super jet lagged and not myself. This isn't me, guys.
Wake up late or wake up late?
I've been sleeping fine. I've been going to bed at like midnight, waking up at like 9 a.m. Getting like a good, decent night in. I'm not like sleeping during the day. But you still wake up and you're like, what year is it? I had a moment when I was staying in your house that I thought I was in my house. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, because I was sleeping on your like pull-out couch thing and it has like a armrest that comes out in front of where my face was. And I like woke up and I expected to like see my bathroom and I was like, I was like touching it. I was like, what is happening? How do I get out?
That's always so weird when you wake up not in the place that you think you are and you're like, oh. Whoa.
Yeah. Did you ever have that on tour where you wake up on the bus and you're like, I'm in a coffin?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, where I would just forget and then I'd wake up and I'd be like, why am I vibrating? Because the bus is always on, so it's always rumbling a little bit.
You're always like moving.
My driver only did this once, thankfully, but we parked on a hill once, so I got out of bed and just like fell down the hallway. It messes with you a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, we did so much. You know what? The biggest thing I did while I was there was gain weight.
Did you?
I came home and I'm 5 kilos heavier, so like 11.5 pounds.
11 pounds? Damn.
I mean, I'm sure I was gaining weight while I was here as well, but I hadn't weighed myself for a little bit, and now I'm like, oh man, this is literally the fattest I've ever been. I'm so heavy. Stop it.
What were we even eating?
Everything. So much cereal.
We've recorded a lot of videos. For all of y'all. If you don't watch the video version of the podcast on YouTube, that's fine. You can listen to it wherever. But
and you should
definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel because there will be some not podcast content coming out on it very soon.
The not cast content.
Exactly. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
That's what
it was
it
like
be
some
called.
of the funnest videos I've recorded in a really long time.
Yeah.
They were so funny.
Not to give away the aces up our sleeves, but yeah, one of them in particular, I was like, man, that was so fun. I miss doing that.
Yeah.
Now I'm back home and all I can do is touch the fucking screen. Woo!
But maybe I'll come up in it. Well, you are going to be back here soon. I don't know how much time we'll have to record anything, but at least I can touch you now.
You got to get that one finger, like.
Oh, speaking of touching things,
he's whipping his cock out.
We posted a little YouTube short of it. For those of you listening on the audio, sorry.
Show them me. Show them me in the video. Show them me.
Up.
Hey!
Look at us. We're in the same room together.
Wait, stretch my face out. Stretch my face out.
What?
Yes.
We got the 100,000 sub plaque for the Brain Leak podcast.
Yay! 15 or 16 claps on average. That's what people said we did.
When we
clapped in the first in-person video. And we were like, what's the average clapping time? And apparently it's 15 or 16 claps.
That's right, because we forgot to count.
Yeah.
We were like, what is the average? Let's find out. And then we didn't keep track of anything at all.
But the audience did. All those leakers out there.
Look at you. Come on, guys. Come on, leakers.
I'm not a groomer. I'm just a leaker.
I'm just a leaker. So,
I guess we should roundabout to this.
Yes. While you were here, right? Yeah. The platform YouTube has existed for a while, and there's been many creators that have.
There's been many apology.
Yes, there have been. It's now a meme of like, this is a YouTuber apology, but I think in the history of YouTube apologies,
none have taken the shit cake more. I don't even know if you can call it an apology video if you don't apologize in it.
This is true. Because she didn't.
No. And I mean, I've never met Colleen. Have you ever met Colleen?
No. I have not.
So we've no skin in this game whatsoever. Yeah. But yeah, to take the cake for the worst apology that's ever been put to platform. And there are some fucking stinkers out there.
Yeah, there's some bad ones.
We were saying it, the best comment I ever saw with it was, I've never seen an apology video with a chorus. I feel like that sums up everything beautifully.
So to give some context, Colleen Ballinger,
Miranda
aka
sings.
Miranda Sings. She's been on the platform for forever. And I think some of this sort of like came to light maybe a few years ago, and it just kind of like got swept under the rug. But she used to have a lot of group chats with fans that
Teenagers.
were all minors.
Yeah.
And she's in her mid-30s, I want to say.
Yeah, I think she's
like that.
pushing past her mids into her 40s almost. I could be wrong. I'm thinking like 36, 37.
You are correct. She's 36.
Oh.
So in the last probably 5 to 7 years ish, I don't really know the time frame, she had been messaging, she had like group chats with underage fans, and in those group chats there was just like wildly inappropriate stuff. Yeah. And a lot of this stuff she sort of like did under the guise of like, it's a weird character, and it's like, you're a weird person.
Yeah, but then at the end of it all, to sum it all up, people went back and like found this stuff again and were posting it all over the internet, and then her response was, my people in my corner told me not to talk about this, so I'm gonna sing about it.
Oh my god.
I haven't watched the whole thing start to finish because I can't. It feels like a Michael Scott video where you lack.
Absolutely does.
But the Michael Scott thing is normally like, yeah, you're a terrible person with good intentions, but even Michael Scott doesn't do terrible shit like this.
God, this was the Scott's Tots episode of real life. That is like one episode of The Office that like the whole series of The Office is like kind of cringy and hard to watch, but it's like very wholesome and funny. That one episode is like, oh god, like it's so good bad, but it's so hard to watch.
The thing that gets me most about it all is that, first of all, it felt like she watched Inside by Bo Burnham and listened to That Funny Feeling and was like, yeah, I could do that. It was like, you had to sit down, you had to write that, you had to like plan it out, rhyme it, give a chorus, a bridge, a verse. You had to sit down and practice that. You had to probably do multiple takes.
I want to know how many takes, because that definitely wasn't the first one.
Yeah, I'm all for like giving people the benefit of the doubt and not being too hard on other people sometimes. But sometimes you fuck up so badly, it's like, man, I can't. There's no out in this. There's no like, I can't like talk any of this out. It's just like, you did a fucked up thing and you resolved it with a fucking stupid thing.
It's just like zero self-awareness at all.
Yeah.
Crazy
world we live in.
Crazy thing to see.
My thing has always been, you probably just shouldn't be messaging fans beyond like your content.
Yeah.
Or like answering an ask or two on Tumblr about your personal life, being like, what's your favorite cereal?
Yeah, I think any DMs between fans, I feel like should be like, if you were giving away something and they won and you need their information.
Because I get it like super early on in YouTube days, back when, especially when I started, like that line between audience and creator was very blurred. And it was like a cool thing that you could talk to your favorite creators. And I can see why the risk of oversharing and getting too involved and everything is there. But at some point, your brain has to kick in to be like, okay, I need to pull back. I shouldn't be talking about this stuff to strangers. I shouldn't be asking them weird shit like that.
Yep. Especially if it's children.
Yeah. And especially if it's sexual. You just don't talk sexual with your fans ever. Unless you're making a joke about yourself, maybe. But then, no. Because there might be minors in the crowd and it's uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm just a loser. What do I know? I don't know anything. but I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to like go in the right direction that isn't that.
What a time.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. God, in the modern world, I just have so many subscriptions to different streaming services, to food things. It's all over the place. I don't even know where my money's going, but I just can't manage it all.
I bet you have so many subscriptions that you wish you had one place that you could just look at them all, figure out which ones you have, which ones you don't want. If only there was there is. It's called Rocket Money.
Rocket Money? What's Rocket Money? Is it going to make me happier?
You might need something more to make you happy. It's a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower bills all in one place.
You know, I'm a forgetful person. And so sometimes I get a little thing and it's like, why don't you just try this free trial? And then that's how they get you. They're going to bill you all these other months. You forget about it. But with Rocket Money, I can just go in and see, oh, I'm using this. I'm not using this. I'm not using this. I'm not using this.
Yeah, those photo apps you get for your cat or your dog where it puts bunny ears on them cost you $400 a month.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Why have I been paying $400 a month for the fucking filter app?
I don't know. That's why you need Rocket Money, to figure it out.
You know, I've heard that over 3 million people have used Rocket Money, and it saves the average person up to $720 a year. You can get so many more. Yeah, you can get so many more filter apps with that money.
Can you imagine how many burgers I can buy with that much money?
6.
Over 80% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. I think we're part of the 80%. That's a statistic that's not in our favor.
I would absolutely agree.
So just stop throwing your money away. Start putting it in your pockets. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/brainleak.
That's rocketmoney.com/BRAINLEAK.
Brainleak. Anyway, I got a root canal yesterday.
I was thinking of like stuff that we could talk about, and I was like, well, this and this, and I did think about that. How was that? What happened to your little
Have you ever had a root canal?
No, I have not, thankfully.
Oh, yeah, because you probably take care of your teeth. Let me give you the deep lore on me. When I was a kid, didn't take care of my teeth, was never taught by my parents to take care of my teeth. Everyone in Ireland had bad teeth when I was growing up. There's that meme of Irish and British people having terrible teeth, and probably because we're not taught it growing up and no one cares. So I ate a lot of candy and shit, never brushed my teeth. I had to get a tooth removed when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. And then the other tooth that was growing in couldn't fit in the gap, so it grew sideways. And then I had to get it pulled to get Invisalign. So I had like a tooth missing here where the gap is now closed. Just a little premolar.
Premolar?
That's what they're called.
I have no idea about
You have your incisors, your canines, your molars, your premolars. Wow. You should learn about your teeth, Ethan.
I should. I know about my teeth. I have a little snaggle tooth. I got this little guy in the front that's just a little like beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, so that's what my one was like, but the other way around. It was sticking out.
Oh, that's fun.
Do you ever think about getting Invisalign? You ever want to change it?
I've thought about it, but I kind of like him. I don't know. He's kind of fun. Also, like,
sure,
my teeth are like fairly straight.
Yeah,
my thing was I had braces when I was a kid, and then you're supposed to wear your retainer, and I didn't.
Yeah, I fell off my Invisalign retainer a while back, so my teeth haven't gone back, but they're definitely like, I haven't worn it in like months, but I also had to get a lot more dental work done. So again, I just didn't take care of my teeth. And I'm one of those 30-year-old people now who's like, take care of your teeth when you're a kid, because you'll come back to bite you. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't do that. Because when
They'll come back to bite you, because that's what teeth do.
They come back to bite you in the teeth. But when I got Invisalign, all these teeth in the front started like turning out, and then I realized I have like all these massive dark stains in between. And they were supposed to get like cosmetic work done afterwards, like clean them all up and plaque and everything, and they never did it. So I kind of got all like insecure about them again. I was like, Invisalign, it's going to change my teeth. I'll look amazing. And then it straightened them out, but it didn't do anything else. And I was like, man.
Well, don't you have to go back in to get?
Yeah, but I hate the
and stuff
dentist.
like
And it's like 5% their fault, 95% mine.
I was about to say not to call you out on it, but Invisalign doesn't clean anything. It
No.
just
But they said once your Invisalign is done, we'll make an appointment for you to come back in and get them cleaned. And I just didn't follow up on that, and then it all fell apart. But then I had to get a lot more stuff done. I got like a temp filling replaced that changed the shape of my tooth, so now my Invisalign doesn't fit. So I have to get it all redone. Whatever. Anyway, I had to get a root canal on this tooth, which has been like dead for years. And apparently I had an infection all the way up in my bone in my cheek.
Oh.
And I've had it for years and it just wasn't going away. And I was like, you think if you get rid of infection, all my problem go away? You think I have energy and like, do you think that'll fix my back pain?
I was thinking about that in the shower this morning because I almost slipped in the shower, and I've heard stories of this happening to people. Obviously, this is so insanely, basically impossible, but it has happened. Where I was like, "What if I slipped in the shower and I hit my head, and then I could play guitar really well?"
Oh, I thought you were going to like fucking $1 million baby yourself. Like, what if I slipped and broke my neck?
No, I was like, what if I woke up and I could just play piano? Because it's happened to people.
I'm gonna call that the Simpsons dilemma, where Homer has a fucking crayon in his brain and they remove it and suddenly he's smart. Because he shoved a crayon up his nose when he was a kid and it went into his brain. And they pulled it out, and then he was like, oh, I can think about math. But yeah, my root canal wasn't the full deal. I thought it was going to be, but apparently they're doing it in 2 phases. So yesterday they
like
just...
Marvel.
Yeah, I'm going to have this was my Infinity War Endgame coming. They drilled it out and then just like cleaned out all the infection all the way down to like the roots and the bone. And I was in there for like an hour, and I was just sitting there, and I was so worried. I was like, I'm not worried about the pain, not worried about the needles. That's not what like gets me. It's my gag reflex. I was so worried
and like it hurts like having your mouth open for that long.
Yeah, I was so worried they were going to put like, because they put a thing in my jaw to like take an X-ray, and that was in my mouth, and I was like, and then I was so worried they were going to do that, but they just put like little rubber things in that I was like a chew toy for a dog, and I was like, hi. A little squishy.
Wait, so did it hurt? Because I've heard that root canals really hurt.
No, because unless the next part's going to hurt, because I have to get like 2 posts in where because the tooth is like rotten so far. Again, take care of your teeth, please. That they have to put like 2 rods in where the nerve is to let the tooth kind of like sit on it, and then you have to put a crown on it, so it needs to like give rigidity.
But they already did the drilling.
Yeah, they already drilled down to that. So I'm like, unless the next part is like when you get to the nerves and no amount of fucking numbing is going to get rid of that, I don't fucking know.
How many meters down did they drill?
About 15. I thought they were going to find fucking Ocean Gate subparts down there.
I thought they were going to find some fucking oil in there.
Yeah, crazy. I was like, damn, fucking, I'm going to get a call from a fucking Saudi prince any day. They went down, but they did a weird thing. I don't know how. I have like an estimation of what they were doing to my teeth, but at one point they were like taking like little needles, and I thought those were the rods and like going in and like scraping shit out. But then he put something in my tooth that like made like you know how you test like a circuit, and if it's live it makes like a beep, and if it's not live it's just dead. They were doing that, and it was going like and I was like,
oh yeah, they're checking for the radiation.
I'm like, what? You got a fucking Geiger counter down there? What's happening? And I was like, I sound like a fucking Christmas tree ornament. What are you doing?
What did you ask them?
No, my fucking mouth is all. What are you going to? How you doing? How you doing?
That's what I would do. Semi-related. Before I went on tour, I got like in-ear monitors, and they had to make a mold of the inside of my ear because they are like custom made to your ear.
Yeah.
And when they did it, they like they filled my ear canal with
Goop.
whatever it is, goop, but they did both ears at the same time. And then the lady started asking me questions. I was like, I can't fucking hear. My whole...
Maybe it was like a test. They were like, so what are you up to today? And you're like, what? And they're like, good seal. Good. Got it.
Good,
Nailed
great,
it.
great, wonderful. Well, I hope that they find the oil in your teeth.
I hope so too. All this drilling. I have to go back on the 18th to get it done again.
All this fracking.
Yeah.
Insane.
They're upsetting the like neighborhood of my teeth.
Damn.
But this is the time of my life where I've been like neglecting like the big dental work for a long time. And now I'm like, I gotta get it done. I gotta get it fixed. I gotta get my teeth nice. And if like I can afford dental care, I should be doing it.
Did they use the little sucky guy where they go in and they go?
Yeah. I don't know if you
I
have
love
this.
that guy.
Every time I'm in the dentist and they're like, okay, like lean back and everything, that's suddenly when I have to swallow the most. I've never had to like swallow saliva more in my life than those moments. And they injected like here and like the roof of my mouth. So like the whole soft top palate of my mouth all went numb. And I couldn't like all the way back to my uvula. So I was like, am I going to choke? What's happening?
Am I gonna drown in my own spit?
I was like, what if I can't feel it? And then suddenly there's just like a wave. What if it's like root canal tsunami down there?
It's a rogue wave.
And at one point I was like swallowing so much and the lady turned to me and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, I just said, Oh, it was fine though. There was not a single bit of pain. I like,
that's good.
I always like grab my hands like this and I'm like clenching them and I'm like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. And then afterwards I was like halfway through, I was like, this is easy. Like, other than like me having to hold my mouth open for a while, nothing is bad about this. So
Yeah.
he was a very good dentist. I don't want to scare people into not going. You should go.
See, I think that would be so cool to go in and just like sometimes I watch dental cleaning videos and they go in and they go it's like power wash sim. It's
Yeah, I could kind of see it because he had to use like those big goggles. 'Cause he's using like a periscope down to see into my mouth. And then as he was doing it, like the plastic sheet that was on that, like the plastic protector on it, I could see the reflection super up close.
Oh.
So I was able to see my tooth with a big hole in it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really weird. So now I have like a special like white little filling in it.
I was about to ask, do you just have a hole there right now?
No, he filled it up with a soft filling. So it's like, it's not going to come out, but it's like a temp one.
When do you have to go back?
On the 18th. Like 12 days.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon, right before you come back.
I know, it's the day before I fly back.
Is that an issue?
I hope not. Unless I go back and he's like, okay, come back in 3 days and we'll check it. And I'm like, oh.
I will be overseas.
I think it'll be fine. I might call them just to make sure. Or like email them.
We should do that for a BrainLink video. We should
Get root canals?
Yes, we should become dental assistants for a day. Learn how to clean teeth.
I don't think they'll let us.
Oh, we're YouTubers. We'll make them a little ukulele song and they'll go, oh!
That's what you do. You guys are the
Yes.
forest ukulele people. Got it. YouTubers are known for the bad apology videos that we've done over the years.
Every time I have to explain to somebody what I do and I don't lie to them, I like feel bad. I'm always like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. I just say I work for Google. And they're like, oh, in what? And I'm like, just in like partner strategies or like communications. And then they're like, oh.
Yeah, and they don't
And I'm
know
like,
what that
technically,
means.
that's not wrong.
Yeah. I guess not.
I don't
Not
work for
necessarily.
Google. They work for us.
This
They
is
just
so
take
true. And
55% or 45.
what do they take? I think it's 55, isn't it?
I
is
think
it
so,
40?
yeah. And we get the 45,
No
which is
idea.
absolute madness.
It is. Like everybody's always talking about, and like it should change, but everybody talking about with Twitch, it's like, oh, we need better than 50-50
We need a
split.
union.
And it's like, we've never been upset about it on YouTube for some reason. Why?
We we never talked about that. Like,
We never talked about that.
55%? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Aw.
Aw. Bet you didn't know you were driving with a driving crooner or working with a driving crooner.
Working with the driving crooner.
God, I showed that to Evelyn and I was like, she's not going to like this. It's an episode of I Think You Should Leave. You should go watch them. But you've probably seen them on TikTok. But that, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about anything. That's him.
Do you think that's why the Titanic crashed?
What?
The original ship. Because the captain was trying to be the driving crooner.
He's looking at his window like...
Then it's like, oh, fuck! Iceberg! I didn't realize that the iceberg didn't sneak up on him. Because I was watching the thing with James Cameron, and he was like, the captain was too arrogant.
Yeah, he was a bit of a
thought he could get around it.
It's just human hubris. As opposed to fucking, dog hubris? Yeah, no, he was like, we got a lot of ice up ahead. Should we slow down? And he was like, full speed ahead! It's unsinkable! I'm not worried about it! I'm not worried about anything! That's what I was thinking.
That's probably what happened. They were just like, it's unsinkable.
And what are they gonna do?
Sink.
Breach the 5 or 6 fucking chambers that they need to sink our ship? No! They need to sink at least 5 or more of us! They're not gonna sink more than 5! They're gonna breach us! No!
Then the iceberg hits. Aw.
Like, Captain, we're going down. Aw. Aw, you sure about that?
You sure?
It's like, Captain, I'm not actually sure you should be on the ship because you really only seem worried about the zip line.
It's such a funny show. It's for anybody who hasn't seen I Think You Should Leave. I'm pretty sure this is correct.
It's like,
the basis of
what it
was,
is? It's like Smosh sketches.
It is actually kind of like Smosh sketches. So originally, Tim Robinson, I believe, I might be wrong, he used to write for SNL, and I think the original thing of the show was these were sketches that he wrote that were just like too weird and like kind of niche humor for SNL, because it's all very like, you either love it or you don't, because it's really weird and it's like kind of repetitive, but you don't mind.
Yeah, if you're into that type of humor like we are, it's like, that's all I want. I just want it to like scratch my brain. And you don't watch the whole season back to back. You just watch like bits of it.
Yeah.
It's like a round of Fortnite. You just get in, you get out. You win nothing.
It's very fun. Have you seen the one where it's like the bumper sticker where it's like honk if you're horny?
No.
The guy's like, he's like following Tim Robinson for days. He's like outside of his house at night, like honking. It's so funny. And then it ends with Tim Robinson, like he's at his father's funeral and the guy's honking, and he like goes over and confronts him, and they like have a heart to heart, and then Tim Robinson sings a song for his dead father. It's fucking awesome. It's very, very
they
funny.
have no beginning and it's only middle. There's no beginning or end to them. I love, he's like driving down the road. He's like, where'd you learn to drive? You know how to fucking drive? And he's like, no, I don't know how to drive. This is fucking scary.
And then he's like, what do you mean you don't know how to drive? And he just goes, not everyone knows how to do everything.
Oh, so man, he's so funny. It's so weird. I was watching an interview with him and Seth Meyers where he was talking about like the inception of it and the SNL stuff. And I was like, man, it's so weird to hear you speak normally. I keep forgetting that you're not just fucking out there.
I saw him out and about once. And it was my friend's birthday.
Oh,
and
the white whale.
The white whale. And he's like a huge Tim Robinson fan. And he's like, damn, I want a picture, but I don't want to disturb him. And I was like, it's your birthday. I will ask him for a picture for you. Like, I don't mind doing that because I know that you don't want to do it. I'll do it. And I went up to him. He was super, super nice. And I was like, hey, man, like, it's my friend's birthday. He'd really love a picture if you have some time. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. But I was thinking about this after. Because of the kind of stuff that he makes, I was like, God, when he gets recognized, it's probably terrible. Like, I bet it's so rare for someone to go up to him like I did and just be normal and be like, hey man, can I get a picture? He probably all the time just gets people regurgitating his bits and he's like, yeah, I get it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta be so annoying.
Well, he has, as the memes these days are, he has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever, which is like, hey man, my friend's a really big fan. Can he get a picture of you? Yeah, sure. And he comes over and he's like, what are you doing? Oh, he peed! He peed everywhere! And just start going into a bit, and it would be like, not only is that great, but it would be also awesome for you as well.
Yeah. Either awesome or like terrible.
Yeah.
Because maybe he just wants to fuck with people and they get super uncomfortable and they're like, I just wanted a picture. What the fuck is going on right now? Did you know that he skates? Like he's a skateboard man?
What?
I saw a video of him doing a fucking tray flip off of a
first
ledge
off,
the other
people
day.
who skateboard, they don't say, I skate.
Yeah, they do.
They say, I skateboard. They don't say, I skate, because people get it confused.
No, they don't.
People get it confused with roller skates or ice skating. There's too many skatings out there.
Listeners of the Brain Leak podcast, as a former skateboarder, I would like you all to back me up on skate culture in America. In America.
Oh,
If
we have a worldwide audience.
Yeah, but in America, if you're saying that you skateboard, most people don't say, yeah, I skateboard. They say, yeah, I skate.
I wrote ice skate into Google, and all I got was ice skating. Do you think Google understands the pun of ice skate? See, you're going to have to get into that thing then. It's like, yeah, ice skate. It's like, ice skating? It's like, no, I skate. Yeah, ice skate.
Buddy.
Yeah, ice is slippery here. ISIS.
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 Oh, that's very funny. I was about to look something up. What was it? Oh, hold on.
Probably some fucking confirmation bias bullshit to get you back in your thing. Ice skate is literally a rink. The ice skate is a rink. You don't skate board. I almost fell into the trap. You don't skateboard in a rink. I'm not worried about it. Come on. Yeah, back me up, viewers who are already biased towards me and are like watching this only for Ethan anyway. Yeah, back me up.
I just want the skateboarding community. The skating community.
The skaters.
The skating community in Puerto Rico. I just sent it to you on Discord.
JB,
he
pull
does
it
a tray
up.
flip off of a ledge, and it's cool.
Oh,
So-
I thought this was backing you up, but it's Tim.
It's Tim Robinson doing a tray flip off. Of a ledge.
Whoa! Tim Robinson is fucking lit.
Yeah, it's kind of sick. It's kind of sick.
What is the
He's
fucking
more than
song
just-
that's playing over this? Mommy was a big baby. Daddy was a big baby too.
But he's he does a tray flip off of a ledge. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you better put that in the edit for people to watch as I was
It's-
watching.
You know, it's not even one of those things where it's like, yeah, I skate and you just like know how to do an ollie. Like he knows how to tray flip. A tray flip is a very complicated skill.
Yeah, he probably could pop shovels for days, dude.
God, I've rebranded as of late to do not gaming content on my
Oh,
channel.
have you? Because I noticed that you uploaded an only up video. That's gaming. What is that all about? Get back here, young man.
No. Anywho, Crank gameplays will make a comeback when Skate 4 comes back.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because, God, I cannot wait for that game to come out.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a fun time. Do you think real, good old classic Jacksepticeye will make a comeback with Skate 4? Because you had Skate 3 was like a very big series on your channel, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Let's, Jamie, pull it up. Let's see what, if you just search Skate 3, do I show up? Okay, I'm like the third result. What is that first episode? 16 million. So yeah.
Cheesers, Peasers. How do I get a video that gets that many views? Tell me, you're a YouTuber. You know all of the secrets.
You got to put sexy Chica's ass in the thumbnail for Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
See, mine is just a measly 3 mil. It's a box of fidget toys to curate HD.
That's a good one to have as your top, though.
Yeah.
Most of my top videos aren't things that I've done. It's people riffing on the stuff that I've done. But that's cool that God of War is in there. The God of War Part 1 is number 6.
God of War Part 1, a 2-hour fucking... Like, not to... Listen, this is not me. This is me going, wow, that's impressive. A God of War Part 1, 2-hour long, probably basically unedited Let's Play.
Yep.
24 million views. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it also has audio sync issues in it.
It's really interesting, actually, like, looking through your most viewed videos, because it's a lot of, like, classic YouTube stuff. Like, I like can vividly remember like what I was doing at this time period, like seeing Muddy Heights. I'm like, God, I remember recording that video. And like I remember like these like fleeing the complex, like the Henry Stickmin kind of stuff. Like I remember all of that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird to think about. I'm glad that my video is my top video. Now, again, I'm going to preface this with saying that obviously I have so much love for the man, but I'm glad that
just say you're happy it's not one with Mark.
Yes, and the rest of them are mostly.
Is glue creeping up on it, or is the peanut butter one?
Glue is my so it goes fidget toys, peanuts, the end of Unisonus, and then Mark covered me in glue. Yes, and then an animated thing.
Yeah, the animated stuff used to go hard back in the day.
Yeah, really hard. I haven't done an animated thing in a very long time.
Yeah, they don't really do well anymore.
Yeah, but I think to bring up a friend of ours, I think that animation in a certain sense is like sort of making a comeback in certain ways, like Ross's channel.
Yeah, I just meant animation for our stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like Ross has been doing a bunch of like really cool stuff with Gardic Phone with a bunch of like artists and animators and stuff, and then obviously like Odd Ones Out, Jaden, those kind of channels do amazing. But
and we have a friend that is working for Leica.
Yeah,
who Cranbursher, shout out.
Cranbursher's Pinocchio.
Yeah. He did stop motion animations for us, and then it was like, man, you should go places. And now he's like working for the top stop motion animation studio in the world.
Going places.
And now he's at top.
It's so cool. He worked on the Pinocchio movie, the Guillermo
del Oro movie. Guillermo de Oro.
Guillermo Oreos movie.
Guillermo de Oro's Punk Lubrink.
But it's very funny because you and I talked about it and we only said Cranbursher's Pinocchio. Because it makes sense in our mind.
Does. He's an incredibly gifted individual. But where's that Cranbursher's guide? We backed it. Where's our guide? I want to know how to stop motion. I want to know how to stop my life for motion.
I want to know how to put an end to motion once and for all.
I'm so tired of this world spinning. I'm getting dizzy. I want to stop for a second and smell the flowers.
The final video for Cranbursher's Guide to Stop Motion is just a very slow animation of a revolver being loaded.
This is how you stop motion. It's just the way the world just stops turning.
Man, that's deep.
You think if the world just stopped turning randomly, just like instantly, how far we'd fly?
Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes?
Okay, well, I'm being serious here.
Oh. Yeah,
you think if it just stopped instantly, like I'd make it to like Germany, or am I like going to India? Like, how far am I going? I mean, I'm dead either way.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we would all instantly die.
Oh, do you think it would be like a fucking Jackson Pollock painting where we'd all just smear across the planet? Oh. Aw.
Hold on. Well, we have to tweet about it. Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What are you tweeting?
At Hank Green.
Oh, don't bother, Hank. We're too stupid for Hank.
How quickly would we all die if the world
instantly stopped? You can't just say stopped because that's a momentum. It like just instantly stopped.
spinning?
Like you grabbed a fucking Beyblade mid-rip. you should put that part in.
Like if you grabbed a Beyblade and made it rip.
Let it rip! But
We should make a Beyblade videos. We should make giant Beyblades. Giant Beyblades that we can sit in.
A bagel blade video.
It's basically bumper cars, I guess, isn't it?
Well, no, it's like those fucking things in the playground that you spin in. And you get incredibly sick so quick. Not only that, but if you're spinning on a Beyblade let's scale it up. Beyblade, let it rip, but big. If you're spinning in that relative speeds and then you hit something else, you're fucking dead.
That's sick. We should do that. We should put it to the test. That's sick. I like that.
Dude, nothing will be better than the fucking metal Beyblades, and those came out. Can't remember what they're called. Metal Fusion. Oh, you fucking. Somebody should make a Beyblade out of flint and out of like the thing that activates
steel?
flint. Yeah, is it just steel?
Huh?
Or is it a specific type of steel?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just steel.
Anyway,
Just standard.
flint and steel, and then just fucking rip it up. Just put tinder in the middle of the stadium. That's how you make a fire. You just bring your Beyblade with you. Fuck all of this like scraping technique with like wood shavings. You're in the fucking forest like a caveman. No, let it rip.
Speaking of Beyblades, did you ever play with Bionicles?
Hell yeah, dude.
I miss Bionicles. Bionicles were dope. Did you ever have the Bionicle that was kind of like the Rolly guys from Star Wars?
Yeah, the Droidicas.
Yeah, they're so fucking cool.
I saw a meme the other day that was like, nothing will make you reminisce better than like standing in the Bionicle aisle. And it was like just a kid like staring up and all these Bionicles in front of him. Like he knows he's in the good old days.
I saw a meme of that the other day. I can't remember. I think his name is like Beetle or something like that. It was just a meme of this guy like standing in the Lego aisle, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, just hanging out."
Yeah, that guy. Me? Nothing. Just hanging around.
Just hanging around.
Did you ever watch Metabots?
Metabots. That is.
Oh, pull up a picture of Metabee from Metabots. It's Meda. Meda. Fucking Metabots, bro. I can't remember the rest of their names, but
I am like getting flashes of this. I never watched it, but this looks extremely familiar for sure.
Yeah, that's Metabee, baby.
Metabee in particular.
Yeah, I love his little fucking head guns or whatever they were.
Would this have been on Toonami?
Something like that.
Did you have Toonami?
We didn't get it until I was like a teenager to like watch Dragon Ball and stuff, but when I was growing up, we would just get them syndicated. That and like, Shinzo. Oh, whoa, whoa. We're going Shinzo.
I don't remember that show at all.
Mushrambo, and then he would stick his friend's cards in his titties, and he would transform. It was real weird.
Ranboo was on Toonami?
Yeah, Mushrambo.
Do you remember Samurai Jack?
Oh, yeah, baby. Of course it did.
Jack, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack ended, and the final season is fucking lit.
Samurai Jack was fucking awesome. Was Samurai Jack done by the same people that made the Star Wars Clone Wars movie You know what I'm talking about? That
Yeah.
animated Star Wars. It was so fucking awesome.
I think they're involved, but I can't remember. Gendy
There's
Tartakovsky.
one specific
Tartakovsky,
scene in that movie where it's Mace Windu on Geonosis, and it's like this is just straight up like this looks like an episode of Samurai Jack. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, Star Wars Clone Wars was made by Gennady Tartakovsky. Or Gennady, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I've never said it out loud before. And I just realized that I've been missing syllables in his name my whole life.
Which is the same person that made Samurai Jack. Cool. Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
if you have not seen Samurai Jack, or if you have not seen the Star Wars Clone Wars movie made by the same person, it's complete.
Watch it all. Watch the whole Clone Wars show. Watch Rebels. Watch it all.
That movie is completely silent audio or dialogue wise, right?
Oh, I
don't think there's any dialogue in the movie. It's fucking sick. It's so awesome. So awesome. And then there's a fight between Anakin and
Asajj Ventress.
Asajj Ventress. Yeah. It's so cool. And then it's so sick because they're battling on top of a ship, and then it's like in a jungle, and it starts raining, and then all of the raindrops start going onto the lightsaber, and it just goes.
That's pretty sick.
So cool. Oh, it's so cool. Maybe I'll watch that later. It's so cool. Star Wars has so many bald, evil white people. Is this Reddit thread? It's very.
I mean, are they wrong?
No, it's pretty true.
You have a whole universe full of aliens, and they all speak English. What the fuck is up with that?
It's pretty cool.
Actually, they don't all speak English. That's not true. Some of them speak.
Do you remember in Revenge of the Sith what that look on Count Dooku's face where he realized that he was raised like a pig for slaughter?
Oh, dude, you should listen to that battle only. Just that battle from the novelization of it. It's so fucking good. Because it goes into like it's like from his perspective, and he keeps like thinking about the fight over and over again. And it's like at the end of it all, he realized what was happening. And I'm butchering this, but he's like, he realized everything that he was and everything that he was going to be and everything that he was worth meant nothing. And he was like, it was all about to be erased. And it was like, whoa, it's so existential and cool.
So sick. Oh,
but the book also has like, because you don't like book, but it has...
Correct.
I
have a problem with book.
Even the audiobook, it has like sounds in the background. So you can hear like the ships and you can hear the explosions and the pew 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 and the lightsabers. And
which book is that specifically? Maybe I'll audiobook it.
It's Revenge of the Sith. It's like,
it is.
It's a novelization of the movie, but they like extrapolate out that fight so much more. And I was like, man, that's what it was supposed to be. We were so close to greatness. We were so close.
I saw an edit on TikTok the other day that made me so happy because it was a clip of Hayden Christensen just kind of being like reprimanded when the prequels came out because everyone was like, this sucks, blah, 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 blah. And then it cut to a clip of him just getting a gigantic standing ovation with like tears in his eyes at this past Star Wars celebration because he realized that like people do love him, and like at the time the prequels were like made fun of, but now it's like people hold the prequels so near and dear, and like they're like goofy and stuff, but they have such a giant like that was my childhood was the prequels.
My first Star Wars was Star Wars Episode 1. I was 9 years old and it was fucking lit, and Darth Maul and fucking Obi-Dobi and Qui-Gon Jinn.
That shit was so fucking sick.
Yeah,
that battle was awesome. And
now I go back and watch it, and I just
was Darth Maul. But
I just fucking dude, I had a giant Darth Maul poster on my ceiling when I was a kid. Like, I'm talking like this poster was like 11 feet long. It was massive, and it was like 6 feet wide. And I won it by entering or I didn't win it. I entered like a thing where you like collect newspaper clippings. Mm-hmm. That's so old right now. Collect newspaper clippings. Back in the day, when you collect newspaper clippings and you send them in. And then I sent in like, I can't remember how many bits. And I remember rushing to the store to get the last one because we missed the paper that day in our store and it was gone. And then we had to go to another store somewhere else on our way to do groceries. And I got it, and I clipped it out, and I sent it away. And then I got the poster, and the tube that it came in was taller than me.
That's awesome.
And then I had it on my ceiling. So on one side, it was some fucking bullshit. It was probably Obi-Bobi or something.
Obi-Bobi.
It was probably Obi-Wan or something. And then on the other side was just Darth Maul's face. And my parents were like, isn't that going to scare you? And I was like, no, it's awesome. Oh. So
Every
sick.
morning, waking up, opening your eyes, is just.
You hear like the doors opening.
Man, that would be so cool to see in concert. I'd love that. That'd be sick.
We were going to go see a Star Wars concert this year, but it was episode 4. So I was like, that's technically the original, or maybe it was episode 5 actually. Yeah, it was 5. I was like, that's not my favorite one, and the music's great. And John Williams is retired now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He retired last week.
How old is he? He retired last week. Damn.
He's 90. He's 91. He's a corporation's dream. It's like, you're not retiring ever.
It's true. I think if I wanted to see Star Wars in concert, I would want to see either episode 1 or maybe episode 3.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he didn't retire. I saw it. Oh, you can't
trust anything.
You can't trust fucking Twitter, because I saw people talking about it, and I Google and no talking about it. Fucking. Anyway, he probably should retire. He's old.
Yeah, he's an old boy. He's an old guy. Well, should we
Shall we? Welcome back to the Bad Advice segment, everybody. The part of the show where we get to give you just atrocious advice on things that you should do with your life.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah. Anyway. Cool. I have some advice for you. Stop.
Stop existing.
Just hold your breath for a minute. Anyway, you can let it out. You can breathe normally again. You can breathe manually again. Go ahead. Start us off. Kick us off. Kick a Rooney.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll go first. This one comes in from Trudy Burns. And they say, hey, leakers, I'm a huge horror movie fan, and my 12-year-old daughter has recently asked to start watching horror movies. She's really keen to watch the gory ones that I know will scare her too much. Do you have any advice on how I can ease her into watching them? I mean, my first, awful horror movie experience was at 10. So you're already, way behind.
You were 10? What'd you watch at 10?
The Exorcist. And then I thought my sister was possessed, and I stayed awake all night saying Hail Marys.
That's not a horror, that's not a gory movie, though.
She stabs herself in the vagina with a crucifix.
Oh, yeah.
And she tells the priest that he's going to suck cocks in hell and pukes all over him.
That's true, I suppose.
Standards have changed. Kids are different. They probably look at it now and laugh. When I was 10, I was like, God fucking Jesus. You had to stop watching halfway through because I was terrified.
So you didn't even get to the end?
No, not until years later. And I was like, wait, the priest dies? It's like, how did he get the ghost out of her?
I didn't start watching horror movies until very late in the game. I started actually watching horror movies when I was probably 17.
Wow.
And I had seen a couple of horror movies, but I didn't start watching them.
You can't get scared then. I think.
Oh, I did. I got scared.
I still do. It's so scary. Wow.
So scary. It goes poof, and I go, oh,
buddy.
buddy.
I think you should. Now, I haven't watched this movie. I have 2 suggestions that you can start watching. One is called Martyrs, or Martyrs, because it's French.
Is that the French one?
See, I've never seen it, but I hear just the best things about it. And it's on my list, but no one wants to watch it with me. And I don't think I want to watch a gory woman punishment movie on my own.
Next time I come to the UK, we can watch it.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
All right, I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, I don't know what Martyrs is about, so I can't really help you.
What's the big toy right now?
The best new toys, according to experts. There are toy experts. Disney's Doorables.
Doorables?
Squish-a-lots. Busy Boo hide and seek busy bags.
The fuck is a
Fingerlings.
We should make a toy. I bet we can make a fucking sick toy.
Yeah.
It would have
all the ADHDers will love it. Hasbro's Indiana Jones. You know, fucking kid buying an Indiana Jones. Oh, Mom, I love Harrison Ford.
What are Doorables?
It's Door.
Yeah, I'm looking at them, and I don't really understand what it is.
Galactic
like
Snackin' Grogu. Oh, and I love this. This website, T3.com, has like the pros and cons of the toys. Galactic Snackin' Grogu. Reasons to buy. Plenty of interactivity, super cute restrictions, neat accessories. Reasons to avoid. Can be a little repetitive. Kids don't fucking care.
T3?
Coco Melon bedtime JJ doll. Reasons to avoid isn't as interactive as Grogu. Lego, they're still into. Mario shit's pretty big. Mario Lego.
To get back to the question, I think that instead of watching horror movies, you should just let your child know young the horrors of life, like paying taxes.
You should watch like The Big Short or something like that and tell them it's a horror movie. Tell them, or like
really
the Wolf of Wall Street, and be like, no, this is a horror movie. Yeah, this is the scariest thing you can go through.
Damn.
Like, don't show them anything like actually horrific. It's just about life.
Yeah, show them Marriage Story.
Yeah. Oh God!
Just be like, this will be your mother and I in 2 years.
Yeah, this could be us.
This could
if
be
you
us.
don't fucking clean your room.
I think
bang
that's
the wall.
Life is the most horrifying story of all.
Do you ever see how people on TikTok are like the best acting of all time, and it's always just white men yelling? Every day I wake up and I wish you were dead. Or it's like, I've abandoned my boy. Oh man.
Anyway, harsh realities of life. Nothing scarier than that.
Yeah, just sit them down and start showing them how much it costs to raise them.
God, yeah.
That'll scare the absolute shit out of them. The story
just
of
normal life expenses.
Yeah.
Just be like, you know how much a carton of eggs costs right now?
Yeah.
It's like $8.
And you're not bringing in any sort of like passive income.
No.
You need to get your shit together or get out of my house.
Jesus Christ. It's fucking stupid.
Anyway, moving on.
Hi, leakers. In a few weeks, I'll be having a single day where I will be having a child, husband, and work-free day. And I have absolutely no idea what to do for it. What is a good activity that I can do, now here's the kicker, in the middle of rural Iowa to enjoy
You like potatoes? Because that's all you got. Wait, the way you read that, I thought you were saying I'm going to have a single day where I'm going to have a child.
I also
And then you followed it by a husband. And I was like, what kind of fucking
getting married.
What kind of ritual are you doing in rural Iowa?
Giving birth and getting married. And you don't have work, which is nice that your work gave you that day off.
I have some bad news for you because you live in rural Iowa. And I went there once for tour. And I was in a city, and all people could talk about were potatoes, and they were like, what's your favorite thing to do? And I was like, what is there to do? And they were like, I don't know.
That was always like when I did Q&As before the show, going to a city and being like, what's your favorite thing that you've done here so far? It's like, I just woke up.
I threw up.
Like, I woke up and I had food and now I'm here. I've been in this theater all day.
And after a certain point in time, I'm not allowed to leave the theater because people are outside waiting.
Mhm.
In rural Iowa, I mean, I'm always a big like read a book or something. Yeah, that's fine. But I think you should probably just like run naked through the fields. Because
I
like,
was
you're
just
in
about to
rural
say
Iowa
you could go on a vision quest.
you're in rural Iowa. No one's gonna fucking see you anyway. What's a
You could
vision
do
quest?
you could do like in a vision quest. A vision quest
Is
is
this like doing shrooms or LSD?
yes, it's like that scene in Lost. Do you remember that scene in Lost where John Locke goes in like the fucking sweat hut and he like takes like ayahuasca or something, and then what does he see? I don't remember what he sees.
He also does shit to Boone where he puts stuff on his head. And then Boone hallucinates like his sister's death.
Oh yeah.
Don't have a bad trip. Don't do a bad trip.
I looked up top things to do
in rural Iowa?
In rural Iowa.
Okay, sound off.
Well, this is not rural Iowa. You're giving me hold on.
Because nothing actually exists. There's nothing to do.
There's a lot of second best choice. The Bridgens of Madison County. It's just a bunch of fucking bridges.
Hey, that's a movie. And a book, I think.
Oh, man.
Do you think the book is just like, look at that bridge? Whoa.
Look at that.
John's marriage was falling apart. He had no idea what to do. Whoa, look at that bridge over there. His wife had left him and taken the kids.
Lovers Leap Bridge.
Now. Hold on. Let's not do that. What about we change it into Lovers Leak Bridge?
Oh,
and you guys just go and fuck.
Yes, this is wonderful.
You're on your own that day, though. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what you should do. What else?
What should I do in rural Ireland? You should go fuck yourself, but literally.
Honestly, you don't have to take care of your kid.
Light
your
some
husband's
candles.
not there. You don't have work that day. Just spend all day jerking off.
Yeah. Just light some candles, get some aromas going, put a fucking pizza in the oven.
Oh.
And just start flicking. Just go to town.
Why not?
And
You got nothing else to do.
Every fucking room. Every room in the house.
You know, I think actually that this has morphed into good advice. When was the last time? Why do you gotta have a thing to do? You have no idea what to do for that day. Why don't you just have a day where you don't do anything?
Why don't you just sit and be with your feelings? Why don't you just sit and be with your thoughts and figure out what's really going on? What's going on in here? In there?
Yeah. Why don't you just sit
around? Why don't you
around?
get your fucking shit together, Rebecca? What was her name?
Danny?
Danny! Why don't you get your fucking shit together?
Right?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Why husband gone, kid gone, no work. It's like, are you not allowed to have fun on the days when you have those around? Are you sad?
Yeah, why don't you reevaluate your life?
Yeah.
And the decisions that you've made.
Go to the store, buy a bag, and put your fucking shit in it. Just get your shit together.
Don't even leave a note. Just leave. And then start a new life where you prioritize yourself.
Where you don't live in rural Iowa.
Yes, this is true. Maybe go to a different place.
Any advice?
That's the advice. What's a good activity I can do in the middle of rural Iowa? Get on a plane and go somewhere else.
Move! There's no bad advice bad enough that we could give you that would be worse than living in rural Iowa already. So anything we give you is just going to be good advice. Sorry, moving on.
Unless you're going to Indianapolis. That's worse. I fucking hate that city. It's awful.
Indianapolis are like, oh man, I wish he'd come back here. We should do a brain leak tour, and it's only in Indianapolis. Different clubs. This one comes in from Lacey, and they say, howdy, leaky boyos. Howdy. I want to scare the shit out of my coworkers. How should I go about that? Stay leaky. We got a big runway on this one.
Now.
Here we go.
I'm going to take this very literally.
Let him cook.
I'm going to make some assumptions about your workplace, okay? I'm envisioning a classic office style thing where there's a break room and there's a coffee machine, okay? Now, coffee is already a diuretic, but why don't you make it a little more spicy? Why don't you make a little challenge for your coworkers? Because this will be inherently scary because they will be worried about their own health. Everyone's going in for their morning cup of joe. Why don't you sprinkle in some laxatives?
I knew it.
Any that you want. Any that you want.
Put them all in.
Literally scaring the shit out of them because they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, but wait for it to like kick in and then start like setting off like party poppers everywhere. Those like boom kind of ones. And then you actually scared the shit out of them. Like how, you know, when I made Ethan laugh and he farted live on camera? It'll be like that. Just who has, and then you can like keep a tally of who has the best sphincter control.
Yeah.
It just, you walk in and be like, morning guys, feeling tight today? Let's get it. And then they're like, what? You start like peppering around innuendos.
And then at the end of the day, you can make this a team building exercise. At the end of the day, you bring everybody into the conference room. I don't know what your position is at work if you have that kind of authority, but you bring in everybody to the conference room and you have like a big like pull down thing where you go,
yeah.
And then you have a big laser pointer and you go, look at these numbers, huh? Look at these numbers. This is how many shits were shit by this person today. Who's at the top of the leaderboard?
Jeff.
Susan.
Oh, fucking Susan. I really thought Jeff was going to be the big shitter.
You know, and that's what everybody thought. But Jeff, he's a little bit arrogant. You know, he thinks that he's just gifted. He doesn't have to work for it. But Susan's got something to prove.
Susan fucking popped out all the gaskets on this one.
Susan popped her asshole for this one. It's crazy. It is nuts.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. And whoever, you have like prizes for people. Granted, I mean, you can bring spare clothes for them if you want. Like, it depends on how much of a good coworker you want to be. Depends on how much you want to be.
The prize is letting them go home early.
Yeah.
So they can fucking take a shower.
Clean your shit up. It's just an excuse to like really give them hell for their work performance. It's like, all of you today have been shit. And it's like just your excuse to like swear in the workplace. They're all pantsless in there with their fucking jocks in their hands and they're like, sorry.
What was the reason for wanting to scare the
They just
coworkers?
wanted to.
Oh, just for fun.
Oh, suddenly we need a reason. When have we ever needed a reason on this podcast to give terrible advice?
Is true. I think that you also could. This is very mean. You gather, you gather everyone up, and you go, "Hey guys, just letting you know that the company is not doing very well, and unfortunately, we're going to be having to downsize. And so, one by one, we're gonna do the reviews of your performance, and I will be having to let some people go. So, you know, I don't want to make a big scene about it, but if I tap you on the shoulder, then that means I'm going to need to talk to you in my office." And then you just go around starting to tap people on the shoulder and just, "Hey, you're doing really good today."
Isn't that like Duck, Duck, Goose? Yeah. You just Duck, Duck, Goose them into thinking they're fired. And it's just like, hey, my wife and kids, no, I can't lose another job. Good job today. You just pat them on the back and it's like, am I like extra fired? What's happening?
Mm-hmm. This is good.
And then afterwards, you're like, now, one of you has been let go and the rest of you get to finish out the day. But let's not make it weird. Let's not point this out to anybody. And they're all just sitting around paranoid as fuck all day. And then it's laxative time.
That's when you somehow have like a jigsaw level laxative machine where you press a button and then the laxatives kick in.
Yeah.
Oh,
damn. That's a fucking humdinger right there. That's a home run.
okay.
You better fucking take pictures of this for us. Credit us. We're not working on exposure over here.
So, my boyfriend and I had sex, and he obviously used a condom, right? I don't think that that's obvious. Different people do different things, okay?
Yeah.
I remember it was specifically blue. So we were fucking, and he pulled his dick out and got silent. The condom was missing. So immediately, we assumed it was lost in my cooter. We found it later, broken, on the base of his wee-wee. But I'm just wondering, how would you recommend someone get a stuck condom out of their vagina? Thanks. From Sid.
Same way you get another pussy out of a bush, you call the fire department.
Do you think that they would show up?
They have to. What are you going to say? Like, oh, sorry, we can't deal with that. They're like,
my taxes pay your salary. Get over here.
they're like, but they have to come in like the window to like prove why they're there. So they have to like pull up the ladder. They have to be in full gear.
Well, also, I don't know how it works over in the UK, but like if you call emergency services, they just like bring everything. So like if you call an ambulance to your house, like they bring a fire truck as well. So I really like the thought of like you have a condom stuck in your vagina and the fire department comes with the truck.
Here, you don't get charged for calling an ambulance to take you to the hospital. I don't know if you get charged for miscalling them, though. Either way,
I don't know.
That's not the plight of your issue right now. You are going to have to get the fire department over. And yeah, they're bringing everybody. They're bringing like the whole squad. They're probably going to bring 2.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how you got them to get over there. Because if you say, hey, condom stuck in cooch, they're probably going to be like, we're not going over. So you have to say there's a fire in your house. Emergency, emergency, fire, 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 emergency, emergency. 2 like siren emojis either side of your statement. They're going to have to come over. They're bringing everybody. Big Jim, Russell, Hilda. Everybody's coming over.
Russell.
Yeah, you never
Russell. But it's the kid from Up. the fucking Boy
Mr. Fredrickson. I'm here to take a condom out of a vagina? What's the deal? Can I get a badge for that?
Widowy condom stuck in the vagina.
She's widowy doing the gwitty on a penis right now. Yeah, that fire department's coming over. But what tools are they using to get it out is the question. Because they're not going to put their fingers up in there. That's the jaws of life. And they don't just put those in. They fucking ram those suckers in.
It's the only way. It's the only way. I don't know.
And then you have to sit there as...
What other tools do they even have access to other than a ladder?
Fire hose.
Fire hose,
ladder.
They have that dog.
They have axes. They can chop their way in. The question is, how would you like them to get it out of there? I understand that we came up with the fire department thing, but now it's on you to figure out.
I think also it's important maybe next time, you know, it sounds like because you had a blue condom, maybe you're using the second portion of this, but you should start getting those fire and ice condoms so that you're not being super untruthful when you call and you say, there's a fire. Yeah. Because it's a fire condom.
You should, like fire truck red, I think is what they call it. But can we also talk about the fact that you're talking about the condom breaking? Because that's another issue that you might need to get checked out.
That's a different kind of fire to put out.
That's a different bun in that oven. Stone baked, fire baked.
That's what you say. You're like, there's a bun in the oven and it's on fire. Help, help, help.
Yeah.
That's good. Why do they say that? The bun in the oven.
Because it's getting ready to grow and rise and germinate.
Germinate.
Hard to think the Germans were the people that came up with that term, but here we are.
It's about to rise. Rise. Tarnished.
Yeah, the firemen come over and just from your vagina you hear, foul tarnished, in search of the ripped condom.
I saw a really funny screenshot the other day. It was just it was a screenshot from a newscast, and there was a dog there, and it was just subtitle with like Reggie the dog or whatever.
Reggie.
And then under it was just, because it was just like the lower third graphic or whatever, it was just a big red line to like underline the dog's name, and the caption was just like, dude, this dog's health bar is fucking huge. I think that like the Dark Soul boss memes are so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It is so good. So good.
Anyway, that's how you get stuck cotton out of cooters. You just call the fire department, they'll fix you right up.
Yeah, they'll be over in the jiff with the
And if
ladder
they
and
can't,
those.
then they have to call the army. SWAT team. Go, go, go!
Well, everyone, hey, hope you enjoyed your time here with us today. I certainly enjoy my time here with all of you.
Whether you're out there and you're having a good time or you're stuck in shit like a Mississippi mud snake, you gotta realize that every now and then you gotta stay leaky. If you're not staying leaky, then what are you staying? Staying humble, that's right.
That could be the end of the episode.